Hi there, these comments are for VC, and I am Michael from OTC, OnlineToeflCourse.com. And you have completed the TOEFL pronunciation pretest for vowel and consonant sounds. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to it. I'm going to listen to part A. I'm going to jot down some notes and see what problems you might be having. And then I'm going to come back in just a second or two and we'll listen to part B together. And then I'll give you my overall comments on your speaking and your pronunciation of American English. All right, I'm back. I just listened to part A. It's going to be a long road for you. I'm going to be honest with you. You got a lot of pronunciation problems. Not going to be easy. However, I have all the materials, everything that you need in order to improve your pronunciation and your speaking of the English language. So we can do this, but it does take time and a lot of practice. Believe me, you're going to make me very busy. I got a feeling, but you know what? I'm going to support you every step of the way. So let's get started. Okay, so in terms of part A, I just listened to it, right? I think you need to focus on the following lessons. Lesson number 8, especially the O, pot, boat. You're not making this second sound long enough. Number 8, it's the second sound. It's pat. You're saying like pot, but it's pot, mop, talk, not talk, but talk. So you need to focus on lesson 8, lesson 9, all the diphthongs. You need to work on those. Lesson 10, gate, get. You're saying get, but gate, get. Then lesson 11, meet, mit. You need to also focus on lesson 15, especially the glottal stop. I've written in my notes here. Lesson 16, lesson 20, lesson 23, and lesson 24. So let me just recap what I said. So each of these represents about a 10 to 20 minute lesson, and there's pronunciation exercises at the end of the lesson that you can practice. You can email those to me if you want. But here it is. Lesson number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 19, 20, 23, and lesson number 24. Those are the lessons that you want to focus on. Now, the next step is I'm going to figure out what your intelligibility score is right now. 7 is native speaker. 0 is a beginner speaker of American English, and I know that you're not that, but let's just kind of see where you are. So you're going to answer the 3 questions in part B.
I pursued PharmD degree from India.
Okay.
This is my educational background.
All right.
And I worked as a clinical pharmacist in at a hospital in India.
Okay.
Where my work role involves I need to interact with the doctors and also the nurses.
All right.
And I almost worked for about 1 year at that hospital, and later I moved to USA.
Okay. And when you
It
pronounce
is real.
things like USA, ATM, when you're pronouncing abbreviations like that, you need to put equal emphasis on every letter. USA.
Really important for me to improve my speaking and at the same time the communication skills in order to communicate.
Notice in order to, but you need to pronounce that in order to. So your T is a T, especially when the T is in the beginning of the word, in order to, ooh.
Effectively with the people, or while I'm working as a pharmacist,
Okay.
I need to communicate effectively with the persons or the patients who come or who visit the pharmacy.
Yeah. And a lot of those patients will be older, and they're like me, they don't hear very well. So you have to speak very clearly for those elderly patients so they can understand the instructions you're giving them about the medication.
Moreover, in order, it is a pre-requirement to complete and to obtain the speaking 26 score in Toefl.
Okay.
So That is a requirement which made by the NABP board. So that is why it is
Which is a requirement, yeah, made by.
really important for me. Apart from that, I'm really not able to communicate with the people here because of my low communication skills and the pronunciation, which is really different from what I heard in my country.
Okay. And
I want to excel.
and that's how it is. And once you get into a new country of the new language, the pronunciation will be different from the way that you learned it in your own country. Now, you have a lot of pronunciation issues right now. I'm going to tell you one important point today. I want to give you too much information in one video, but get a lot of input right now in the brain, a lot of listening. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 hours a day. Really watch YouTube videos, listen to the radio. You can watch news, history, documentary, and even science programs. Really get the input into the ears. This is important. That will help you in the long run, right? Remember that any problems that you have right now, we're not going to correct them in 30 days. So let's just say that right now. But if you put into place certain measures now, it'll have a very big impact on what happens 1, 2, 3, and 4 months down the line. So one of the first changes in your own routine, I want you to, however much listening practice you're doing right now, I want you to do at least 2 more hours than that. Right, listening is very, very helpful for pronunciation.
And the pronunciation and the grammar that I use on the regular basis, oh, because of my low self-esteem, that is where it is dragging me to back.
You want to say it's dragging me down or it's making me depressed. I get it. But you know what? This is the beginning of how you're going to change your speaking and pronunciation of American English. You've already done the most important step. You joined my course, step 1, but that's not enough. You're now completing the lessons in my course, and you just completed the pronunciation pretest, one of the most important things that you can do. You'd be surprised how many TOEFLers out there, they have never taken a pronunciation pretest. They've never gotten the feedback from a TOEFL pronunciation mentor. But you're doing this. You're taking the right steps, the steps that are going to help you speak more clearly.
To step back whenever I'm communicating with the others. So I just want to improve that by using this valuable course.
All right. Okay, so based on your performance on the pretest, I think the two on a scale of 0 to 7, 7 being a native speaker, you are 2 right now. I'm going to say maybe in the middle. So low intermediate, 2.5 out of 7. So I think I can understand some of what you're saying. You have a lot of pronunciation distractions or variations in there. You have some problems with verbs, verb tenses, and vocabulary and all of that. So that's where you are right now. So 2.5 out of 5. Now, you can only go up from here. Now, the good news is as you're going through my pronunciation lessons, remember what we focused on here. Actually, where it says lesson number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 19, 20, 23, and 24, right? So remember those lessons, and as you go through those lessons, you can also do the pronunciation practice and then email it to me, and I'll give you some feedback. But my basic rule is this. Because you're not paying a huge amount of money, the course is pretty much free for you, right? You're just paying operating costs, and that's it. My services are essentially free. But just don't send me more than 60 seconds of speaking or 60 seconds of pronunciation practice per day. And if you do that, I'll have enough time to give you feedback and everybody else. Now, if you want more feedback than that, I also have TOEFL private lessons. I'll be more than happy to spend maybe 1 hour, 3 days a week for the next few weeks, and we can do the accent reduction practice face-to-face if you want to do that. I don't know if that fits your budget. you can look underneath my name and you can learn more about my Toefl private lessons. Okay, so today is a new day. This is the day that you can begin solving your speaking problems. You now know what your intelligibility is. It's 2.5. Your goal is about 5.0 out of 7, so you need to go higher. You know your intelligibility right now. You also know specific pronunciation lessons that you can begin practicing to help you speak more clearly, and you can start sending me speaking and pronunciation feedback every day. And I will give you feedback so you can continue to monitor your progress as you go through the lessons in my online Toefl course. You can do this. We can do this. All right? Now, maybe if you have a note card, I want you to write something on your note card. Put on there, speaking 26. Put it on your note card every morning when you wake up and get ready for the day. I want you to see that note card. Now, below that note card, I want you to put, what have I done to improve my speaking today? Put that below that so you can see both of them. Speaking 26, and then the other note card, what have I done to improve my speaking today? So each day you need to do something, several things on a day-to-day basis. That's the only way you're going to improve. You're going to improve not by being sad, not by being depressed. You will improve by taking action and changing how you speak, how you produce the sounds in the language, the type of grammar and the vocabulary you use. That's how you're going to get better. All right, and thank you very much for completing the Toefl pronunciation pretest, and I look forward to hearing from you again.